Welcome to the 8th video in Internet Marketing in an hour a day. And this video is about monetizing your site from day one. You may have heard other people say don't do that, wait for it to get indexed, blah, whatever excuse they use. And depending on what you want to do, yeah, maybe. But what I've found is that generally speaking, if you wait, that means it's left until tomorrow and it's always tomorrow. Far better in my mind to add in a few affiliate links and just do that. Very, very simple. And I tend to prefer text links. They're the ones you see in places like Wikipedia, well, anything you click in Google pretty much. They're just what people are used to clicking, and they don't scream out advert, and in that respect they're a lot better than stuff that's just an advertising banner. Again, that's my personal viewpoint. You need to test it and work out what you feel comfortable with. But if you if you go to a website and there's banners flashing everywhere, you tend to think, not so sure. But if it's a little bit muted, Wikipedia's probably a little bit too muted, but it's still there, it's got pictures, it works. And just mix in a few affiliate links. Now, the other thing with affiliate links is they do what's known as rot over time. What that means is that the product might cease to exist, or it might change, or whatever. And again, personally, I don't like going in and changing every single post. So what I do is install a WordPress plugin. The one I use is WP Shorties. I'll include a link to that below this video, or below the main page. There's plenty of them around. That's just the one I use. I use it for a couple of reasons. One is that it works, which is always a good one. Second, it disguises the link. Typically it's your domain /go/ whatever shortcode you put in. It will give you a bit.ly or a Twitter style yucky thing that's just a mixture of characters and letters and numbers and things like that, and I tend to overwrite that and you put something meaningful. But it has the advantage, it has a couple of advantages. One is that you can actually use it to test once you get traffic, because you can send it on a randomized basis to different places. I tend to use 2 URLs, and I'll literally set it to go 50-50 chance, toss a coin, which one it goes to. It'll handle all that a dream. It just works. But it has a couple of advantages. One is that you just put in a normal looking link, always useful, and so people aren't confused. They're not thinking, where's that going? It's just somewhere else on your site, as far as they know if they hover over it and look. Some techies do that. The other thing is, if for whatever reason, if say you're promoting a ClickBank product and that disappears, or you're promoting an Amazon product and it goes out of date, instead of going through and working out where you've got it linked from all over your blog, it's just one place to change. So again, that's just easier. You're monetizing from day one. Don't expect clicks from day one. You might get them, you might be lucky. You don't know. It could be the first visitor you get from anywhere decides they're going to buy. Which of course be the other plus point with monetizing your site from day one, because if they came to your site and couldn't buy anything, well, they'll buy from someone else if they're in the mood. The other plus point with monetizing your site from day one is if you do get distracted in any way, shape or form, and that does happens to all of us, and if you end up neglecting the site, suddenly you'll get a sale and you'll think, where did that come from? Oh yeah, that relates to that product. Must be that site. You go back, look at the stats and think, actually it's starting to get traffic. Because it can take a demoralizing amount of time for traffic to arrive from places like Google. It seems to take forever nowadays. It's just the sheer volume of stuff they've got to index. So it means you get a nudge, because you'll be monitoring your sales stats, because everyone does. And you'll look at your ClickBank stats or your Amazon stats and think, oh, okay, that's that kind of product. If it's ClickBank, you may have to do a bit more delving, because a lot of their links aren't very explanatory. Got one that's called Halcyon, I think it is, that I always have to look up because I never remember what it is. It's got that and a number on it, and it just doesn't relate to anything I remember selling, but it seems to get sales occasionally. And there's different ways of looking that up. So you can do that, and then you think, okay, that was that type of product, that must be from that blog, or that blog, and you'll work it out from those. And if you manage to put a tracking link in, which you can with things like ClickBank and you can with Amazon, then you'll know exactly which site got the sale, and then you know which one to concentrate on. And usually what that means, at that stage you're getting a bit of traffic, and it doesn't take very much more to get more traffic to it, and you've got the incentive because you've made money. Whereas if you didn't monetize from day one, chances are the next time you think about the site is when it comes up for renewal in a year's time or whatever. And in that stage, you've lost 1 or 2 sales, which would have paid for the domain and the hosting, and you've lost enthusiasm. So monetize from day one. Doesn't take much doing. As I said, use a plugin like WP Shorties or any of the ones that do shortened links, or just put a regular link in, your choice, and go for it. But do it, because you'll remember at that stage, and it'll be a lot more relevant than going back and having to reread 10 or 20 or 30 posts and thinking, now what could I do there, and then remembering which one to do. It's just easier to do at the time. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.